In life, one has to take responsibility for one's actions. Always? Yes. Really? Well, don't miss the next lesson and you'll find out. In this lesson, we're going to talk about something very useful in modern life. How to make up excuses and passing the blame to others. Yes, I know that's not a very nice thing to do, but sometimes we need to do it. The verb to blame means to say or think that someone did something wrong or is responsible for something bad that happened. And we also have the noun blame. How do we use these words? Have a look at these examples. Don't blame me because you missed the bus. I told you you were late. He always blames his co-worker for his mistakes. They put the blame for the disaster on the local authorities. Turn the music on. If anyone complains, I'll take the blame. I can't believe she broke the jar and passed the blame on me. As you can see, we can blame, put the blame on someone, take the blame, pass the blame. Another good way to say that you're innocent of something is saying, it's not my fault. For example, it's not my fault that it rained. You should have taken an umbrella. She said she was sorry for what happened, but it wasn't really her fault. When you're trying to prove your innocence, you can also say, I'm not the one who. For example, oh, we don't have any olive oil. Don't look at me. I'm not the one who did the shopping today. This room stinks. Well, I'm not the one who spent all night smoking here. It's like saying, I'm not the one who did this, you are. But you need to be very sure that you're right. There's an interesting English expression related to blaming other people or things, in this case. A bad worker always blames his tools. We use it when someone blames a mistake on the objects they use to work. Let's see some examples. The tennis player blamed the racket for his defeat. But, as they say, a bad worker always blames his tools. He said his camera wasn't working well, but a bad worker always blames his tools. Let's change the subject now and talk about verb patterns. Verb patterns refer to the words that follow a verb. Some verbs don't need any other word to work, like, for example, to sleep. She sleeps. But other verbs are usually followed by more words to make full sense. Some verbs are usually followed by another verb in ing form. Some of them are to admit, to finish, and to enjoy, for example. Let's see them in sentences. She admitted being in love with him. Have you finished cooking the main dish? I enjoy talking to my grandmother. Some other verbs are often followed by an infinitive. Some of them are to afford, to forget, and to want, for example. Have a look at these sentences. We can't afford to buy a house right now. He forgot to close the window. I want to sell my motorbike. And we can also find verbs that are often followed by preposition and a verb in ing form, like to think, to insist, and to apologise. Have a look. They're thinking about having a baby. He insisted on going on a trip. She apologised for speaking too loudly. Okay, that's enough for today, I think. Lesson 3 finished, my friends, so this is nearly done. Don't move, I'll be right back.
In English, we have stairs. We can go up the stairs and we can go down the stairs. Or we can go upstairs and downstairs. If we go upstairs, we go towards the highest floors. If we go downstairs, we go towards the lower floors. Some of you might remember an old British TV series called Upstairs, Downstairs. It was about a rich family in London. The owners of the house lived upstairs and the servants were downstairs. My house has some stairs as well, but it's not quite the same.